I'm brain dead. She's closer to the shop. I want to show y'all what I've been doing today, because if y'all got shops or sheds, this stuff is easy to work with. It's real lightweight. I had to, guys, before I worked on the Jeep. It was damn hot in there, you couldn't stand it. But you can cut it with a circular saw. And show you what we did in here. Tell you one thing, I'm getting old. I'm feeling it. I made a mess in here again. This is what an XJ drive shaft falling from up there will do to a fan. Y'all should have heard it. It was awesome. It just went wow. Probably still works. But yeah, it annihilated it. There's carcasses everywhere, pieces of it. This is what I've been doing all day. It's 1 inch thick styrofoam with well, y'all seen it, with that foil back. And you can actually come in here now with the door shut. I'm trying to get it set up, guys, where we could, you know, do more stuff in here. I got boring out throttle body. If I make the jig and all to do that, I'm sure I'm going to be doing more than one. So I'm trying to get it comfortable in here where I can work. But we're going to go, here's the plan with the shop. Some of y'all don't like stuff like this, but there's some of you that do. We're going to take, at work we got, y'all seen those flaps that hang down at a freezer door. If you've ever been in a freezer at a warehouse or somewhere like that, it's these clear plastic flaps that hang down and they overlap each other and you can see through them. We're going to put those right up on this wall right here. We're going to close it off with those flaps. You can walk right through them. They just hang down from the ceiling and block in the cold. But we're going to do that. This area down here all the way to the door. We're going to put the belt sander, the grinder, the sandblast cabinets already down here, but we're going to put all the gritty crap on this end down here. And then when we open the door, we could, because you can't use that with the door shut anyway. It's got to be open because I got it blowing out the side, blowing out into the yard. So we're going to put all the grinder stuff and stuff on this end so we can open the door and grind. And then we're going to put a beam. We're going to get a steel beam and put across right here, just a small one that'll hold an engine, you know, not nothing big, but across right here from one end to the other with a trolley on it where I can pick engines up off a cherry picker or out of the back of a truck or whatever, and roll it down here so we can do engines. And going to do that. I may put one more layer on the roof, make it 2 inches thick. It's way better than it was, but I still have to run that AC and that AC to keep it, you know, cool in here. I think it's 78 in here right now, something like that, 78. But it's a lot better. I worked on it last night when I got off work. We went and got the stuff. Well, Big Mike did. It's got the blue ZJ. He went and picked it up for me. And I worked on it last night until about midnight. And I got up this morning like I was going to work, came out here and got all this done. I still got some spots to do. The good thing about this stuff is you don't really have any waste. I mean, it looks like there's a lot laying out there, but you can take and you can butt it together and it works. You know, you can't really tell it's butted together. Yeah, it looks like crap because there's writing all over my walls now, but I'm going to get a P.O. box eventually where you guys can send me Jeep pictures of your Jeeps, and we're going to put them up. I've been saying I was going to do this since the beginning of the channel, but I didn't really have anywhere to put it. But this stuff here, we could pin stuff to this easy with tacks. We'll make a section over here where I'm always looking, because I like looking at y'all's Jeeps too. and make a section over here. I still got to do this wall. I still got to finish that up there. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with the roof. I kind of want it a little bit better than it is. We thought about closing the rafters in up there with it, you know, and then leaving the vents open on each end and moving my lights down. And I may end up doing that instead of putting another layer on it. I don't know yet. It may stay like this. It was a lot of work. But all you do with this stuff is cut it. What I've learned was it's 22.5 inches between here. I cut it at 23 inches and made it smash in there. You know, you probably don't want to go that much. Some of them didn't want to go like just like a 1/4 inch oversize, and it'll make it stick in there. You don't even have to attach it or anything. It just keeps itself in there. It's so light. And the wife went along and made all those little runs, these little short runs here that go from the roof down. Jennifer did all of them. But that stuff works pretty good. It's easy to work with. I think it's $14 a sheet, something like that. But if you got a shop or a shed or whatever you want to call this thing, if you got one of these, you cannot, especially in Florida, you cannot deal with it in the summertime. And I'm gonna put those hanging deals down there at that end so I can go in and out easy with the door open and not get it smoking hot in here. Because I want to build that LS motor. We're going to build the LS motor. We're going to build that. We're going to end up doing Jennifer's motor in her Jeep or swapping mine over to it or something when we go to do all this stuff. And you got to have somewhere clean and somewhere cool to work when you're doing that. It just makes it, you ain't got to, it just makes it a lot easier, a lot better on you. And if it's cool in here, it's dry in here. That's another problem we have in Florida. You got to have a cool area or everything in here rust. Shit, the first night after I got the lathe, first night I come out here, it had rust spots all down at this surface rust. So I was freaking out about that, but I had to spray it down. I was going to show you guys, there's some of you other guys that's got lathes. I have found something over the years. I've used it on my Jeep to protect it, and I can get this stuff through work. But this stuff right here is a non-drying silicone spray, and it's for, you know, plastics, body molding, engine compartments. I spray this on my engine. That's how it gets so clean. After y'all see it all muddy and I just wash it off and it's clean again, it's because of this stuff right here. You can put this stuff on plastic. We use it on forklifts to clean the surfaces and keep dust from sticking to it. But I spray this on my Jeep, which I'm probably going to regret if I ever go to spray it again. But what I'm talking about is I took this final prep and I cleaned all the oil off the ways and off the cross slide and all that stuff, and I sprayed it down with this. The chuck even had fingerprints on it from me touching it the other day. So I sprayed it down with this, dried it all off, sprayed it down with this, and then put the oil back on it, and it seems to be good to go. I didn't tell y'all, but I got a 4-jaw with that deal too. We'll need that to do throttle bodies. I think I'm gonna make a jig to do that throttle body, something I can chuck up quick and bolt the throttle body to. And we're gonna take a piece of metal, turn it down to fit the outside radius of that throttle body. But before we get to that point, I'm gonna cut a register down in the center where the throttle body will register on top of that, and then we'll mark our holes, drill our holes to bolt the throttle body down. We'll get that all straight with it registered on the center of this axis, because it's going to be hard to do that. It's going to be a challenge for me to make that work right. But and some of you guys that's got lathes know that it's going to be a challenge. But what I'm thinking about doing is building a jig that registers on the inside of the stock throttle body. Once I get it registered on this axis centered, then we'll take and face off the register, then bolt the throttle body back on. We'll take the 3-jaw out, put the 4-jaw in it, and then we'll indicate on the inside of the throttle body with it sticking out nice, bolted to that jig, and then we'll 4-jaw it in, 4-point it in until the throttle body is running smooth, and then we'll bore it out. And then we'll have the best chance of the because we're going to have to make a throttle plate too, but we'll have the best chance of it working properly and idling properly and not getting stuck and all that kind of stuff, because it's got to be true through that bore. It'll bind on you and idle like crazy and all kind of stuff. But that's going to be a challenge. I'm thinking I'm going to go to a junkyard and get one, and we'll try it first. But if I can pull it off, yeah, you can get one for $89, but what fun is that? And the BBK one's like $250, and I almost bought that thing a couple years ago when I first got the Jeep, because I knew it was going to need more power when I went to putting bigger tires on it. But what we're going to do to the Jeep next is, like I said this is going to be the next video, but I was doing this and thought I'd show y'all. But we're going to get a 2000, like a 99 to 2000 model intake manifold. We're going to bore that throttle body out, and then we're going to put, you know, port match the throttle body to the intake, and then put that on there. And while we got it off, we'll take the header off of it and see if we need to get one, or if we can make that one better or what. I really don't want to buy one, but we might. Who knows? I don't think the header's going to make that much of a difference on it. Take the cat off, the catalytic converter off, and put the sensors back in it and open the exhaust up a little bit more, you know, bigger pipe or something down the back, and then we'll go from there with it, see how it does. It'll wake it up a little bit, but it ain't gonna be a tremendous difference, but it'll help. Just see what we can get done, you know, with what we have, without having to pull the motor down and doing all kind of crazy shit to it, because I'm eventually gonna put that V8 in there. That's the plan. I can blast through a big badass mud hole if I got enough power with 36s. But anyway, guys, I wanted to show y'all what I was up to here. Getting closer to getting back on the Jeep. And anyway, I'm gonna pause y'all for a minute. Anywho, I'm gonna get out here and clean my mess up. She's begging me to go out in the woods. She's not the priority right now. It's rained so much here, it's almost cleaned it. I miss going out, I know that. I've had so much crap going on lately, I ain't been able to go, but I am definitely getting ready to go. Hey, y'all remember that socket in that video? Y'all, like 10 people told me, hey, there's a socket on your deal. Look, it's still there. I hope it falls off, or I don't gotta beat it off. It got stuck on me and I forgot about it, but it's still there. And some of y'all had asked me about the radiator. It's still in there. You know, I took the thermostat out and I found the problem, and when I get a minute I'll show y'all what the problem is. We could probably correct it with it in the Jeep, or we can run it till it starts leaking. But I took the thermostat out and it's living. Anyway, guys, I wanted to show you all this stuff here. Got it from Home Depot, and it's lightweight, but you got to have a truck to get it because it's 4x8 sheets, and take at least 3 straps because it's lightweight. It'll want to take flight on you. Me and Jennifer went and bought a new mattress one time, and she told me to put more than 1 strap on it, but that's all I had. I said, oh, it'll be fine. It blew out on the interstate. Alright, guys, y'all take it easy and have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.